Welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the hidden wonders of our world and celebrate the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to share with you a fascinating story that combines sports, culture, and travel. As the biggest tournament in the world brings fans across North America together, Atlas Obscura and Hilton invite us to go beyond the matches and into the stories, flavors, neighborhoods, and hidden wonders that make each host city so unforgettable. Today, we're going to take a journey to explore the culture surrounding this massive sporting event, from unexpected local traditions to offbeat road trips between cities. Imagine visiting a stone marker at Emory University in Atlanta that commemorates one millionaire's personal vendetta against gravity. Or picture yourself walking through the unassuming footwear museum in Mexico City, where you can see everything from booties worn by a rescue dog to slippers owned by Queen Elizabeth I. These are just a few of the many hidden gems waiting to be discovered as we travel through the host cities of this incredible tournament. As we delve into these stories, we'll meet ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and we'll experience the local customs and traditions that make each place unique. We'll take the back roads, exploring the rural landscapes and small towns that are often overlooked but always full of surprises. And we'll celebrate the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition. So join me on this journey as we explore the world's biggest sporting event through a different lens. We'll discover the wisdom found in small towns, the changing face of rural America, and the power of individual stories to connect us all. And as we travel, we'll remember that the true magic happens when we take the time to appreciate the local character, the regional differences, and the human elements that make each place so special. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. Today, we're taking a journey to some of the most unique and vital ecosystems on our planet, peatlands. These boggy wetlands, found from the Russian Arctic to the tropics of Central Africa, play a crucial role in the fight against climate change. As we celebrate World Peatland Day, let's delve into the fascinating world of peatlands and explore their importance. Peatlands are often referred to as carbon sinks because they store nearly a third of the world's carbon, despite covering just 3% of the Earth's terrestrial surface. This is due to the unique process of decomposition that occurs in these ecosystems. When vegetation decomposes in a bog, it releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere at a much slower rate than in other environments. In fact, some of this carbon can remain trapped for millennia. I'd like to take you to the Congo Basin, home to the largest tropical peatland in the world. This vast ecosystem, roughly the size of England, holds an estimated 30 billion metric tons of carbon. However, researchers have recently discovered that some lakes in this region are slowly releasing ancient carbon, with estimates suggesting that much of this carbon is between 2,000 and 3,500 years old. While scientists are still unsure whether this release is a natural phenomenon or the result of human activity, it highlights the complexities and mysteries of these ecosystems. In the Arctic, melting permafrost due to climate change is a major driver of carbon emissions from peatlands. But there's hope on the horizon. Local and indigenous communities in Europe, Canada, and the US are working together to create the world's first coordinated restoration hub for Arctic and boreal peatlands. By prioritizing critical indigenous knowledge of these ecosystems, they've already helped restore over 100 hectares of Arctic peatlands. In Peru, we find another inspiring story of community-led conservation. A peatland forest near the Pastaza River is dominated by aguajes, palm trees that provide local communities with a vital source of food and income. After realizing that cutting down the trees for their fruit was unsustainable, the community changed their harvesting methods. They now climb the trees and shake the fruit free, preserving the local biodiversity, livelihoods, and critical peatland carbon. As we explore these stories, we're reminded of the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition in preserving our planet's precious ecosystems. The connection between people and place is evident in the ways that indigenous communities are working to protect their lands and restore these vital carbon sinks. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we wrap up today's journey, I want to take you to a place where the forces of nature remind us of the beauty and power of our planet. We're talking about hurricanes, those mighty storms that shape our coastlines and test our resilience. As the first sit here, reflecting on my travels, I'm reminded of the people who live in the path of these storms. From the Gulf Coast to the Caribbean, there are communities that face the threat of hurricanes every year. And yet, they persevere, rebuilding and recovering with a strength that's inspiring. This year, the National Weather Service predicts a below-average hurricane season with an estimated total of 8 to 14 named storms. But as we all know, it only takes one storm to make for a very bad season. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the work of the forecasters, the emergency responders, and the individuals who prepare for these events. As the first look at the list of hurricane names for this year: Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, Wilfred. I'm struck by the diversity of names and the stories behind them. Each one has a history, a culture, and a significance that's worth exploring. So, as we close out today's show, I want to leave you with a sense of awe for the natural world and an appreciation for the people who live in harmony with it. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or just starting to explore, remember that there's beauty in every storm and strength in every community. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.